without SMEs, Europe would be nothing. It's meant to be the engine room of Europe's economy, and people are concerned, rightly so, about what has happened to them post-COVID, but also in the current economic circumstances we find ourselves in.
Basically, currently, SMEs are telling us that they deal with three major points. First one is still continuous bureaucracy. Second issue, which is becoming also very, very important right now, is access to capital. And third point, which is probably the most important, is skills. Still deal with the skills level. They try to acquire people, but still they tell us we do not have enough capable people. So skills is the most important issue, and I do believe that's the point also we have to address in terms of cybersecurity. From my perspective, we have to focus particularly on education. Therefore, cybersecurity skills academy is the crucial point which should be adapted this year.
Been a huge evolution and also 300% increase in terms of the phishing attack just last year. So it gives you an idea about how vulnerable basically the companies are and how they need to be protected. So let me give you a few insights about the study. The first one actually, which is actually quite good news, if I can find one good news from the pandemic, is that actually the SMEs have digitalized. They've doubled their digital capability, which is actually quite fantastic to see. The other good news is that they realized that, by being digital, actually they've been better, coming out of the economic crisis during pandemic, which is actually quite good. And also the companies which were quite highly digitalized, they realized that actually they're quite confident about the upcoming recession. They think that, with the digital tools they have, they will be able to come out okay of it.
Right now, the unemployment rate for cybersecurity experts is minus 200%. For every 2 positions, there's 1 person. How are you incentivizing cybersecurity and digitalization?
So my question is, how do we ensure that this legislation serves their digitalization instead of hindering it?
Are SMEs ready? Well, the simple answer is no. But this is a good thing, because otherwise the directive would have been many years of discussions and energy for something that doesn't have a positive impact. Another of the challenges is the funding. And the funding could flow from governments easier if there is a legal basis.
Organizations often take technical measures, but the human factor has been manipulated more often. So cyber criminals manage to circumvent these technical security.
I'm asking you, how cyber secure do you feel? Oh, let me put it this way. Are you concerned about your cybersecurity? Hands up.
Europe is number 1 in this research and innovation, but unfortunately this research and innovation does not turn into the market solutions.
Threats are ever evolving. We saw this during COVID. We see now this with the Ukrainian war, and I won't be surprised if there is a new way of innovation in that space as well.
We are dependent. We are heavily dependent on this.
Yes.
And we do everything on the mobile phone. And I just got a phishing email on my work account, which is funny, so I had to report that.
There's responsibility with businesses, with governments, with the Commission, with the Parliament, and so on. And indeed, I think the key thing here is to not fall into the trap where, because it's everyone's responsibility, it's kind of no one's responsibility. Here, of course, I'm talking mainly about critical infrastructure, so really the essential operators. This is what we're doing with the NIS framework and also with NIS 2, where, indeed, we're covering the medium-sized guys, we're not covering the small guys. But we have also put in these 2 provisions to make it then the responsibility of the member states.